You're watching News 8 on WROC.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on the web today. The Main Street Armory is speaking out for the first time since the tragic crowd surge that killed 3 concert goers last weekend. A statement was released today on behalf of the Armory and its owner, Scott Donaldson. It says they are devastated by the events that occurred last Sunday night, also saying their deepest condolences go out to the loved ones of the 3 victims, Rondija Belton, Brandy Miller, and Aisha Stevens. Now, the statement also addressed claims that Donaldson failed to show up to a meeting with city officials. It says Donaldson's attorney asked to have the meeting later in the week since he was dealing with another legal matter at that time. Now, they say the city dismissed that request and then denied the renewal of the Armory's entertainment license, also saying Donaldson is cooperating fully with the city. To read that statement in full, you can visit our website over at rochesterfirst.com. One Rochester man is dead and another critically injured following a shooting in the city. Police say the victims were shot multiple times while sitting in a parked car on Depew Street. The deceased man was found inside the vehicle. Meanwhile, the other victim was found on Chile Avenue, and authorities say they are still unsure of the relationship between the men. This investigation remains ongoing. And happening today, as we begin to head into the weekend before St. Patrick's Day, Rochester's St. Patrick's Day parade marched downtown this afternoon, this bringing an atmosphere of fun and excitement for both attendees and businesses alike. And some familiar faces. News 8 was there as a proud sponsor too. Alex Love was along the parade route and reports how people and restaurants were celebrating.
The spirit of St. Patrick's Day has come back to life in downtown Rochester. From bands to dancers, special floats, and of course unique drinks to enjoy, businesses and parade goers up and down East Avenue have a big weekend to celebrate. People of all ages line the streets to take in all the Irish culture put on by local organizations and businesses that make up how special Rochester is today, giving adults and kids things to enjoy.
To get a lot of candy and have it for a very long time.
I've been liking everything so far, just like the bands and about this parade.
Near the start of the parade route sits the Wall Street Bar and Grill, which was closed earlier this year due to a fire, but the staff raced to be back open in time.
We are extremely fortunate, and I have to say my staff is amazing because they have worked tirelessly day and night to get us back open, so we're extremely fortunate.
Since the parade returned last year after COVID-19 hit, many groups returned with little concerns with every bar and restaurant open.
It's so nice. It feels so free to not have to constantly be worrying about being next to someone, touching shoulders. It's so good, and we can actually talk to people and be open again, and that's great. I get to meet a lot of new people.
It's just nice to see everyone together and hanging out again like the good old days. And with COVID and everything, we haven't been able to enjoy ourselves and just live life a little bit. So I'm glad to be here today.
Despite the snowy forecast from the night before and frigid temperatures, the weather did not stop parade goers from getting the most out of the celebration.
Beer's making me warm and the walking is also great, but yeah, just load it up and have some fun, just enjoy the day.
I came here from Detroit, to Rochester, and it's the same stuff. Everyone just celebratory.
This is something you don't want to miss, right?
No, Rochester does it so well.
Both Rochester Police and the Monroe County Sheriff's Office have a presence around the metro throughout the day for extra traffic and crowd control, but also to monitor who's getting behind the wheel. So if you go out tonight, they urge everyone to please drink responsibly. Reporting in Rochester, Alex Love, News 8.
All right, certainly looks like a great time there. And if you missed any of the parade, News 8 did stream the whole event, which you can watch right now over at rochesterfirst.com. And after the snow we were hit with on Friday, we had a beautiful sunny day for the parade today. Christine joining us now for a check of the weather forecast. Christine.
Hey, Izzy, yeah, that sunshine this afternoon was a nice touch to the parade and certainly made things feel a little bit nicer outside despite the chilly feel. 32 degrees right now in Rochester with that northwest wind, though, making things feel like the 20s. So it's still chilly outside. And this evening, if you are planning to be out and about, we've got no snow that's going to get in your way, although I do think it will be a chilly evening, so you'll want to bundle up. Temperatures dropping into the 20s. Could even see the teens by the morning, especially if we get skies to stay clear in spots, and looks like we're sort of on a path to that right now. Clear satellite and radar, though. We've got no snow in the forecast for now. Currently, we've got high pressure and control. That's going to keep things pretty much rain and snow free through most of the end of our weekend, although we are tracking our next snow chances with a couple of low pressure systems that we're tracking. Low number 1, that's across the northern United States here across the Dakotas. That's going to be that first chance of snow, I think, late Sunday night. Then we've got another one here across the Midwest. That's going to end up turning into a coastal storm off the Atlantic, and I think give us that next decent chance of at least a few inches, if not more, of snow. I think more towards the middle of the upcoming week ahead. This evening, though, into the morning, nice and quiet, maybe just a stray flurry or two. We'll begin in the 20s Sunday, just an average chilly day, mostly cloudy, highs in the 30s. But I think we're snow free until about late Sunday night. That's when we get that first burst of maybe a couple of light snow showers. I think maybe just a coating to an inch across the higher terrain is all that we're going to see. Then we start to talk about that coastal low. That, I think, late Monday into Tuesday is going to help bring us a good mix of both rain and snow, especially Monday. We'll have high temperatures nearing 40, so that'll bring a rain-snow mix throughout the day. But once we get that wraparound cold air and that moisture Tuesday, especially Tuesday into Wednesday across western New York, that's when I do think we could see a decent burst of snow on the order of a few inches, maybe more. We'll continue to keep track of that as the models come in and keep those snow chances alive through at least Wednesday morning. Just a reminder, tonight the clocks do go forward as daylight saving time begins, so we will lose an hour of sleep, but the sun will set later tomorrow evening. And then, of course, we're tracking those snow chances that we'll talk more about Monday into Tuesday. And we'll tune into Newsday at 11 tonight. Hopefully we'll see you there with more news and weather.